Hello everybody and welcome back to YouTube Anomalies. Let's talk about Corn by Slimecicle. It's a 42-second long video with a guy dancing around in a gigantic corn costume. But how did we get here? Well, as Charlie Slimecicle mentions in the video,
corn is a North American cereal plant that yields large kernels on a cob.
Back in ancient times, corn was the primary crop grown in Aztec agriculture. It was originally domesticated in Mexico, using a process in which they carefully and selectively bred grass and grains into the appetizing maize that we know it as today. Nowadays, according to the US Department of Agriculture, the United States is the largest producer, consumer, and exporter of corn in the world. It's their largest crop in terms of total production. Corn is primarily grown in the Corn Belt, located just a few states away from Virginia, the state that Charlie grew up in. The costume itself was apparently originally purchased for a gag in Slimecicle's video on Hitman 2. Unfortunately, by the time Charlie had received the package, he'd forgotten entirely what the gag that he had intended for the costume was. Then, on December 5th, 2018, 2 days after the Hitman 2 video had been uploaded, he released the Corn video onto his channel. Within the first month, the video didn't get much attention, only around 200,000 views, which was slightly below average for Charlie at the time. And it wasn't until 2020 that the video had reached 10 million. At the time of recording, it possesses 35 million, being the most watched video on his channel by 20 million views. Besides corn content, Charlie makes gaming and personality-driven videos. I remember my introduction to him being through SMP Live, the Minecraft server that essentially revived the game back in 2019, and paved the way for the Dream SMP. But let's get back to the video. The video itself is comprised of a medley of corn puns. He insults the audience by calling them mother shuckers. The character's name is Colonel Cornelius Cornwall, and he even explains the real reason it's called maize.
Because it's easy to get lost in its incredible flavor.
In the Lunch Club podcast, episode 22, Slimecicle reveals that his corn commercial was actually entirely improvised. He had no script going into filming it. He just got up in front of a green screen and threw together a bunch of corn jokes. The initial purpose of the video was actually for use in a film class at his school. There was a moment in the film where the class wanted to cut to an ad. Lo and behold, later that day when Charlie got home.
But I come back home, I put down my bag, and I look slightly to the left, and there's the corn suit, and I say, it's fucking time, dude.
It's corn time.
It's corn time.
The video begins with him rising from the earth and commenting that one day he will return to it, alluding to the idea of compost or getting eaten and then later flushed down the toilet. He says his name, introduces corn, and lists its side effects, which, you know, is pretty few. And then the video ends with him bouncing around and his scream getting cut off. Alright, here's one last bit of trivia. In a video by Wild Spartans, several YouTubers are asked to make videos of perfectly cut screams. In Slimecicle's video, he remixes the Corn video, in which he just adds even more screams.
My name is Colonel Cornelius Cornwall.
I know that.
With
screams?
Did you just
Like the entire thing?
What is going on? And that's my video! Oh yeah, and also Markiplier watched this video. Okay, that's it, bye.